Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the 1994 Jeep YJ frame repair project. And today we're gonna start cleaning up the rear end of the frame and actually see how far the damage is. I know that it is bad, we've already seen that in the last episode, but still I think that it is better than what you guys believe it is. That's from my experience. Every time I see something rusty in the beginning, I'm like, wow, it's not possible to be repaired. And then when I clean the rust, remove the edges, the rusted edges, and leave only solid metal, and it is like, actually it's not that bad. So I know that most of you would like to see this frame replaced, and that's seen from all your comments. Everybody says just get another frame. Let me think about it. No. No, absolutely no. You keep saying the same things and I'm gonna keep giving you the same response. I'm not digging too deep in this vehicle right now. I don't want to do that because I'm a person who doesn't know when to stop, and I'm gonna get into a complete restoration of this car, and I don't want to do that. I just want to repair the frame so it lasts for another few years before I decide to completely restore this vehicle and do something else with it, because I see some interesting stuff happening with this vehicle in the future. Like, probably we're gonna get rid of the Renegade stuff on it, and we're gonna lift it, and we're gonna do some crazy stuff with it like many Jeep owners do. But for now, I just want it to be my daily driver in the winter, and the winter is already here and I'm not ready. So I really like to focus on it and finish this rear end, which I don't think it's that bad, and we're gonna go from there. Okay, so let's get crack-a-lacking. This video is sponsored by Tabu Customs. Tabu Customs are the ones who make those fantastic kits for frame repairs for Jeeps, and not only for YJs but also for all kinds of Jeeps, and not only frame repairs but also all kinds of upgrades that you might need for your Jeep. Check out their website, tabucustoms.com. You can buy all those kits and everything from there. You can also visit their YouTube channel, Tabu Customs, and there you can see instructional videos about those kits as well as other videos about off-road trucks and other interesting things that are mostly about Jeeps and off-road vehicles. So you can buy their kits from their website, tabucustoms.com, or if you are like me in Canada, you can contact directly David on his email, tabucustoms@adams.net, and he can arrange a shipment for you. So yeah, so far I installed the two front kits and this other one as well, which is a separate kit over there, and I'm really happy with how these kits fit. So I recommend, if you need any frame repairs, check out their website and their YouTube channel, and you're gonna find everything that you need for your frame repairs. All right, I know you've seen it before, but let's go and see one more time in this video, because I'm gonna start needle scaling it now. And I'm not sure you're gonna be able to be everywhere with me, so I want you to see before and compare it with the after. So that's the before, the cross member, the rear cross member, the other side of the frame, the other cross member which holds the front end of the tank. You see, like, stuff like that is what's tricking you. I'm sure this here is solid, maybe or maybe not. I don't know, it's flexing, but I don't know how. I think that's normal, because that's just holding the front of the gas tank, nothing else. So we can even make one like this. Anyways, the other side of the the frame, and yeah. Okay, let me get the needle scaler and we're gonna start making noise. like I said, once you remove all the flakes that give you that fake feeling of everything is so rusted and horrible, like you see, like there, you think it's horrible, but actually this whole part here is solid as every other frame on the roads. I think from here, this much the frame was full of water and salt and everything, like to this level. From here down, it wasn't, because probably there's a hole somewhere and the water was draining, but here it was getting trapped, and that's why it rusted so bad. But all the way to here, the frame is perfectly solid. Now I'm not that worried. If this is solid, I'm fine. Let's grab a hammer. That's perfectly solid. Now listen here. Here we know we have a problem. But from here that way, that's solid. This piece, I think we're gonna remove it anyways. We'll try at least. I think it is bolted, but before I take it down, I'll try to clean it a little bit. So before I go underneath and make a mess of myself, I'm gonna do this side as well. And then I'm gonna go and make a mess of myself. Alright, so here the situation is the same. This part of the frame, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. The problem is only here at the end, and that's totally repairable. Do you still think that the frame is garbage? It's not. Only this rear end, and that's really common for Jeeps. Anyway, let me go see what the situation with the cross members underneath is, and then we're gonna talk again. Honestly guys, I'm actually relieved, because I thought I had to do a lot more than what I actually see here. Because this cross member is actually pretty solid. The problems are here at this end and this end. But this is so easy to repair, it's incredible. This is just sheet metal. Anyway, so that's one. For the actual frame, we already know we're gonna use the Tabu Customs repair kits. If they don't reach too far, I can always extend from here, but this is solid metal here. And then this cross member, I thought I could take it out, but it turns out it's welded here. So it is not removable, which is okay, because the top end, the top part of it, is solid. So we can repair that as well. Again, this is just sheet metal. So we can just cut this side out and replace it. It's not such a big deal. So actually, I am relieved, guys. Anyway, so I want to remove the whatever's left of the bump stops. These. I want to remove these and these. I'm also gonna remove the shackles, or I'm gonna attempt to remove them, and we will see those body mounts also. This body mount is mounting nothing, so we will see if we can remove these body mounts. Not sure that's gonna work, but we can try. So we have more room here for welding. looks like it's not that easy to take the shackle off. We take it off together with part of the frame. That's fine. The repair kit from Tabo Customs has the hole for the tube and the tube, so we're perfectly fine here as long as we can take the shackle out so we can use it again. Alright, we're gonna deal with that later. Alright, this side came out much easier. I don't know why the other side was so stubborn, maybe because it was close to the exhaust. Anyways, let me show you something on the other side. So I pulled out the kit from Tabo Customs. Just wanted to see how much it covers. And actually, I think we are in a perfect shape here. So what do you think, guys? You still think that we are in a bad shape here? I think we are in a much better shape than what everybody thought. Alright, next day here, and I've been thinking all night last night about the game plan. The game plan, of course, is we're gonna repair this. I'm not giving up, even though I'm reading all these comments on my previous video and I'm like, what? People still don't believe that this frame is salvageable. That encourages me even more to repair it. So I was making a game plan, and I think what I should do is, first of all, I should repair this piece. Yeah, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the piece, because I have a 12 gauge metal here, which this one I believe is 12 gauge, and I can make the same piece. It's not that complicated. I'm not gonna change the top. The top is really solid. It's not rusted at all. What's rusted is from here down. So I'm gonna cut it here, and I'm gonna make two sides. I can't bend it, not really, from this thick metal, but I can make this side and then the other side that goes underneath this way. So what I think I should do is I should make the piece so we can have it ready, and then cut off everything from here down, and that's gonna give us even more access to repair the frame. And then we're gonna put that piece back and we're gonna weld it. So that's my plan. So I marked it, we can go and cut it now. I also marked the holes, these holes here, so we can pre-drill them. It's gonna be easier. And yeah, I'm gonna go cut it, and we're gonna start making the bottom piece too. And we're gonna have to weld them together. There's no other option, but that's fine. Alright, this part is ready, and the holes match. That's why I wanted to put it on. Make sure that the holes match, which they do. So now we can make the bottom. So this part is pretty flush with the other part. This means when we join them, we should make this one overlap the other one, you know what I mean? before we weld the other piece though, I'm gonna mark, or maybe even I can cut the two metals together, because now here I'm a little bit lower than the edge, but here I'm above the edge, and if I just cut the other one out, I'm gonna be in trouble. So I'm gonna cut here through the single metal, but here I'm gonna go through the through the two layers of metal and cut a little bit lower than the corner of this, so we can weld them together, you know what I mean? I lowered the new piece here a little bit because it was sticking too high, and in the meantime I marked with the blade where the cut line on the rear one is going to be everywhere. So now we can take it out. Alright, now before we test fit it, we have to remove this one because there's a bolt here underneath and I don't want to overlap this one. I want to actually replace it. So let's cut all this out. Here there's a backing plate. I'm just going to cut it and then we're going to reinforce it again with an angle piece under the body mount. So we're going to do that again, no problem. Wow. Who lives here? Look at that. Oops. It's gonna come off anyways. All right, it fits pretty well with zip ties. Here there's it's gonna go a little bit higher. Now it can't go because there is a, well, it almost can go, but not really, because there's a piece here, this piece that needs to come out, and then I'm gonna be able to raise it a little bit. But even like this, it looks like new. Anyways, once it's welded, it's gonna be really solid. Like, it is pretty heavy metal, and I'm gonna weld it on the outside, but I'm also gonna go inside and put a nice bead in the corner. But we're not gonna weld it yet because without it I have pretty good access to the frame inside and everything, and that was the whole idea. I wanted to cut this piece out so I can have more access, but before I cut this piece out I wanted to have this repair piece done because I wouldn't be able to make a repair piece based on that. It's time to look at the kits that we have, the repair kits for the frame that we have from Tabu Customs, and see what parts we get there. So we have the left and the right side here, so we're gonna take only one side, so one of each part. So we have the outer wall, the inner wall, the bottom. We have also these two pieces per side, and we also have some small parts here. So we have two for this side and two of these for this side. So that's the whole kit. There's also, as a separate kit, you get those shackle tubes with those big washers, but this is a separate kit with also the bushings that you need, and I got it because in my case the shackle tube is also falling apart. You saw that it came off the frame, it came loose, so I need to replace it. But in some cases the shackle tube is not in such a bad shape, so you can just reinforce your frame with those pieces. That's why this comes as a separate kit. So how it works is pretty obvious. So that's your outer wall, that's your bottom with big holes for the breeze to come out, and if you want you can wash your frame inside so it gets assembled like this. Of course this needs to be bent at some point to match this shape, so it comes like this, and these pieces are getting welded here, one on the outside, and these match the holes where I told you that we're gonna reinforce our cross member on the back. This is the piece that is gonna reinforce it. This goes here, this goes with this curved line here, goes on the inside like that, and these holes should match the holes that we drilled on the cross member. This, I think it's 3/8 square, also comes here in the corner to reinforce the joint, and at the end this also comes here. It has a notch here for the square and reinforces it even this way. So we're gonna have a pretty solid end of the frame here, so I'm not worried about it. And since we're changing the shackle tube, also this goes in, this goes on the other side in, and this goes inside, and it all gets welded here. So that's how all the pieces from the puzzle go together. So let's see how we're gonna do that in the car, you know. But that's gonna happen in the next video, because this one is already way too long and I don't want to steal way too much of your time. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for commenting and subscribing, and I'll see you soon.